Hello everyone, welcome back to the Maverick channel. Good to see you here. If you're new to this channel, welcome. If you've been on this channel, I appreciate you. I appreciate all the interaction, everything that you've done to help the information that's presented on this channel, to spread it out there, to help the algorithms know who to recommend to this type of content. So obviously, if you like this type of content, guys, always do not forget to like and subscribe and to interact with this channel as much as you can. Now, today, I know I talk a lot about Fetch.AI because I think, in my opinion, it's one of the most exciting projects in the cryptocurrency space. Every crypto project has its own unique use case. I mean, I'm talking about legitimate projects. For example, Cosmos focusing on inter-blockchain communication and other things. You know, they have interesting consensus algorithms, things like Polkadot, Solana, and other tokens or other ecosystems have their own focuses. But Fetch.AI has its own focus, which is multi-agent systems and autonomous economic agents. But I'm not going to talk about Fetch.AI today. However, I'd be remiss if I did not share this very special moment with you guys. We saw Fetch.AI touch $1 today. I think this is an amazing, actually now it's at 99 cents, but we saw it touch $1 today. This is a very momentous occasion. And obviously, I suspect this is in part due to the event, the IAA event happening in Munich. We're going to have one of the companies that's building on Fetch.AI demonstrating a product or one of the agents and how they can be used in a product they're calling deep parking. And this product is going to be running on an autonomous economic agent, being tested in a Jaguar, a BMW, and a Tesla. So this is very exciting news, a very innovative concepts that are being built. And really, we all can't wait to see the demonstration of these applications. These companies are putting themselves on the line, exposing themselves to these potential investors, and companies that actually need this technology. Automotive companies need this technology. So it's, however, guys, seeing Fetch at $1, guys, I used to dream about this moment, but looking at it right now, it's it's very surreal. It's very surreal. All right, let's get into the main topics of this video. I want to try and keep this video short. Obviously, the crypto market, we're seeing Bitcoin pulling back, and as it's doing that, it's also pulling the market. I would call this looks like a retracement because it happened so fast and it's not too deep as yet. So it looks like a correction after the news. People were buying the rumor of El Salvador because today is the 7th, and that's when El Salvador is supposed to actually start using Bitcoin alongside with the dollar as their legal tender. So obviously, people bought the news, bought the rumor, and now they're selling the news. So people are taking profits from that. So we're seeing generally the market retracing. Of course, Fed is acting contrary to that. You can see this major spike in Fetch.AI. You can never really tell what caused the spike in crypto, but we can speculate because we've been seeing the historical trend of these charts. For example, when Fetch was announcing its launch of the mainnet 2.0, something similar happened as well. Then I think this sell-off was also coinciding with the time there was a general market sell-off. But let's move on. So the first thing I wanted to cover is actually the El Salvador thingy. El Salvador, the 7th, El Salvador is officially using Bitcoin out there. They've released their ATMs all over El Salvador where people can withdraw, deposit, interact with the whole Bitcoin ecosystem. And the president of El Salvador, Nayib Bukele, announced that they had bought 200 Bitcoin and they were going to add more Bitcoin, and they indeed bought more 400 Bitcoin, which at the time of this writing was 21 million, which is I think still around the price, about $20 million. And we see some complaints from the president that there is a particular application, actually, yeah, it's called Chivo. And if you actually go to this website, it's called Bitcoin. You can see there's an ad of there's a whole 6-minute segment of this application, the Chivo, and then some people talking about or showcasing how they're using the ATMs in El Salvador and how they're making Bitcoin payments in El Salvador. The argument was the Apple Store and I think the Google Store, yeah, they've not yet still released the Chivo app, which the El Salvadorians are supposed to use to interact with the Bitcoin ecosystem, or the app that's supposed to bring rather to place the $30 worth of Bitcoin in the hands of each El Salvadorian that downloads the app. So we shall see how those events mature, but for now, it's actually official, the first country ever to adopt Bitcoin as a currency. That's El Salvador. Regardless of it's an experiment, but it's a bold move, and you know, the whole crypto community is watching this. Everyone is watching this. At least everyone that's paying attention to this space is watching this. So this is, I'll just leave it there. We'll just see how this plays out. And a lot of you may not be that much into NFTs, but you can't deny the fact that NFTs are taking over. But in this particular article, there's something important that I want us to note, and you will know that. Usually I summarize my articles and I don't talk about all of them, but today I'm going to read this whole article just to, yeah, you'll get the point. So, nifty news. So, Dolce & Gabbana's historic NFTs 26-minute CryptoPunk flip. Well, that's kind of talking about what they're going to talk about. I think it's a long article, so they're going to talk about some other things, but let's focus on Dolce Gabbana. So, luxury Italian fashion house Dolce Gabbana is entering the NFT sector with a 9-piece collection of tokenized fashion pieces in collaboration with a Polygon-based UNXD marketplace. Now, that's what I wanted to note. Polygon, it seems quite a few people have really, put Polygon off their radar for some reason. It's not featuring that much. But the news behind the Polygon network, it has the first move advantage as the first solution to really scale the Ethereum network. And we're seeing major adoption of the Polygon ecosystem. Now, let me just read this. So the firm was founded by designers Domenico Dolce, Stefani Gabbana in 1985 and was since evolved into a multinational giant that offers high-end fashion items and eye-watering prices, so very expensive. So dubbed Cole Zion Genesis. The collection consists of 9 one-of-one NFTs that are up for auction starting September 20th. The NFTs depict illustrations and digital art of garments designed by Dolce and Gabbana, the actual people, which can be utilized as wearables in an unspecified metaverse. So, guys, these wearables, they're NFTs that can be, you can use them in a metaverse. They haven't specified it, but if you've looked at, I've talked about Decentraland, there are others like CryptoVoxels. In Decentraland, for example, you can buy outfits that you can keep changing your character's outfits. So they actually show a video of some of these outfits that they've designed and that they're selling as NFTs, that they're going to sell as NFTs. They're pretty cool. So ordinary NFT fans won't be able to ape into this one, as the firm is only allowing approved bidders to participate in the exclusive auction, the firm tweeted on September. So this is a celebration of human artistry and craftsmanship, of what humans can do that machines simply cannot on their own. So these creations, both digital and physical, are magical. They took thousands upon thousands of hours to craft. They will 100% end up in a museum one day. So they're very bullish about these NFTs. I must say, they look quite intriguing. Dress from a dream. Okay, I'll forward through this. Glass outfit. So I think they pretty look cool, but obviously, as the article said, actually the thing I wanted us to note about this article is the Polygon, the fact that they're using the Polygon network or an NFT marketplace based around the Polygon network. This is big. This is massive. The fact that they've chosen that, obviously transactions are within Ethereum and fiat, but the scaling solution is the Polygon network. Now, this is a marketplace. Due to the historic nature of the collection, bidding for Cole Zion Genesis is open only to approved bidders in ETH and fiat. So I think these guys know that there's a lot of money in the crypto space, and there's a lot of people that are primed to grab such stuff. They do have the ETH, they do have the money in the crypto space. So I think they're trying to do it in such a way that they help their investors or interested parties to actually acquire these things so that they go in the right hands. Whether we agree with that or not, that's the strategy they've taken to do this. Maybe to earn them more money, or maybe they want to see their creations be in the right hands and not just flipped around left and right. Like we saw, there's an artist, there's a collector of art, I think I can't remember the name right now. He held an NFT for like 20 minutes, then sold it for a profit of about $1.2 million. So I think maybe they don't want something like that to happen. They want to try and see that these NFTs actually go into the hands of people that are willing to hold them for a long time. Who knows? But so you will have to apply for this and you'll be accepted, and I guess if you're accepted, then you can participate in the auction of these NFTs. We're yet to see how much they'll go for. I hope they disclose those prices to us in time as the transactions, whatever the purchases, take place. So in case you didn't know about unxd.com, this is UNXD. You guys can come check it out. I think it's extremely interesting that such a brand, international brand, actually has sought out for a platform like Polygon Matic as its scaling solution for the Ethereum network in order to conduct its transactions. That's pretty interesting. Now, one other interesting thing about the Polygon network, we see Coinbase is also going for that. So Coinbase looking to use Polygon's Matic scaling solution to reduce prices. Now, obviously, I'm not going to read this whole thing, but you get the gist of it. So Coinbase as well is opting. There's many layer Ethereum scaling solutions that have been proposed, like Optimism. There's others as well, but Polygon Matic is one of those that's dominating this space. So Coinbase is adopting it. You have very high-level international brands that have a lot of reputation on the line, opting to choose this Ethereum scaling solution, and obviously all of this is happening on the Ethereum network. Now, of course, in case you don't know, but most people know, the Bored Ape Yacht Club, these are the NFTs that are trading for, I think you can't get any of these NFTs for less than $100,000. So the whole NFT space is really taking off. I must say these ones look pretty cool. The Bored Ape Yacht Club, they started something quite interesting. They making these NFTs that really look nice, and the community decided, you know, we're going to ape into these NFTs because they look nice, and that's where the universe has taken the trend of NFTs in this space. At least anyone in the NFT space is aware of Bored Ape Yacht Club, so you guys might want to check it out in case you don't have an extra 100 grand or whatever to spare. Especially some people suspect we might be in an NFT bubble. You can just come and do some window shopping or computer screen shopping, whatever you want to call it, and gaze upon some of these amazing art pieces in the Bored Ape Yacht Club. I mean, when you look at them, they're really beautiful, and that's why they took off. Now, actually, our second last article that we want to look at today, whales abruptly relocate nearly 500,000 XRP in just 12 hours as crypto markets take off. Now, I'm not going to dig into this article. I'm not specifically talking about the XRP ecosystem. Who knows what this is all about? Is it something to do with on-demand liquidity? Is it just a speculative kind of move? I guess if you read deeper into this, they can say the largest single transaction of the weekend. It's mostly, no one really knows. This came from Whale Alert, and we know Whale Alert normally puts out this information of how much XRP is being moved about. You can normally see many transactions of whales moving around this XRP, but we don't really know what is going on. I think even if there was something to do with the actual functionality of the token of the XRP ecosystem in regards of whatever they want to use it for, whether on-demand liquidity or whether some other kind of use case, we can't really know. I'm sure there's a lot of non-disclosure agreements, especially right now when XRP or the repo, the company that holds half of the XRP in circulation in escrow, is under litigation from the Securities Exchange Commission of the United States. So there's a lot of things that are still convoluted, that are very unclear, but if you can see the trends, at least with other things. So that is the XRP news there. And one last thing we want to talk about today, institutional exposure to altcoin products retests all-time high. Now, this article talks about how money has been channeled into altcoins. You can see here, while 97.8 million was invested into crypto investment products combined between 30th of August and 3rd of September to mark sector's third consecutive week of inflows, 38.9 million was invested in altcoins. And obviously the article focuses on a couple of altcoins. For example, you can see here, CoinShares highlighted the inflows to Solana. Obviously, we've seen the price of Solana do some crazy stuff. It's almost $200 for a Solana token. And okay, Solana products doubled year to date this past week, with 25 million having been invested in Sol instruments during the entirety of 2021. So far, Solana-based products now represent 44 million in total assets under management. So Cardano is another one, and Polkadot, obviously. But this is what this article is covering. But you know, in this space, you need to do your own research, and you need to read beyond the surface. You need to read beyond what the news is telling you. For example, we know the other tokens that have tremendous functionality. The Cosmos ecosystem is one of them. The Fetch.AI ecosystem is one of them. Some people do not like the Binance ecosystem, but they're doing what they're doing. But this article is focusing on this one. So, of course, if you look, there's a video I made some months ago about layer one solutions. You find all those names, I think, mentioned. Actually, you find all those names being mentioned among the names of tokens that have really gained momentum and adoption, at least as far as speculation is concerned. There's a little bit of utility, but we know most of the liquidity is still on the Ethereum network. So ideally, we're still waiting to see how these things play out, but one of the better ways is to see where the institutional money is going, and a lot of institutional money is going into the Solana ecosystem, into the Polkadot ecosystem, and other names that have been floating around in this whole ecosystem. When you go on CoinMarketCap, usually right now, the way this infrastructure has arranged itself, most of the institutional funds have been flowing into things like Cardano, Solana. There was Dogecoin with the speculation, but I guess Elon Musk is not pumping that anymore. Uniswap is being investigated by the SEC. I guess that's why you're seeing this red slump here in the price. Chainlink, we're seeing Chainlink with different integrations. Terra Luna, there's a lot of institutional money flowing into Terra Luna. With their stablecoin, you can create a stablecoin using the Terra token, so that increases the demand of the Terra token. Filecoin, Polygon Matic Layer 2 solution, Avalanche. So when you look at the top, actually 100 tokens or ecosystems, the graph, you instantly realize that these are the names you kind of keep on getting resonated within the crypto space. Then when you go beyond the 100, you start getting to those riskier investments, but everything here is risky. But then at the same time, if you do your own research, that's when you can go beyond the top 100, and then you can spot out those gems that no one has spotted out. For example, Fetch.AI, it has hit a $1 mark, and it's still 115th position all the way this side, hidden away, such an amazing technology hidden away from the eyes of everyone else. I guess, but a few people. We know Fetch.AI was listed on Coinbase, and we know they're going to do this event in Europe. So there's a lot of things happening around this ecosystem. And they also recently, there was an event where we saw users stake their Fed tokens and then use the collective learning infrastructure application to help an algorithm generate art and then vote onto that art. And we saw the winning art pieces that won, the AI generated art pieces through the collective effort of the community, that combined effort of those algorithms and the community. 3 art pieces were selected on the final participation of that round of art generation, and we saw some amazing art being generated around that. So there's some amazing stuff happening around other ecosystems beyond the top 100 tokens. So that's why it's very important to do your own research. But today, the main point I wanted to make about this video, apart from El-Salvador, which everyone knows about, is the traction that the Polygon ecosystem is getting. And I think quite a few people have kind of forgotten about Polygon Matic for some reason, but it's still very there. It's still existing in a major way. We're seeing major historic institutions like Dolce Gabbana. We're seeing also Coinbase opting to use Polygon as their scaling solution, and of course we know there are other networks that have onboarded the Polygon ecosystem, so as the Ethereum main go-to Ethereum layer 2 scaling solution. Anyways guys, that's all I wanted to cover in this video today. I really hope you learned something, and I'll see you on the next one guys. Take care.